Hello, and thank you for listening to me today. My name is Turnbull-Ross, and I've been involved with Aylesbury Town Chaplaincy for almost 10 years now, since its inception. I helped to set up the chaplaincy back then, and now work part-time as the operations manager, helping the organisation to run smoothly and looking after our volunteers. We're an independent Christian charity, taking the church in Aylesbury out to where people are. We are run by a trustee board and 2 paid part-time staff, Mark and myself. Between us, we run the organisation and recruit and support about 30 volunteers who come from around 21 different churches. We also work in close partnership with other organisations, charities and authorities to spend some of our time on those relationships. Many towns and cities up and down the country have similar chaplaincies. When I first started work on the project, we had loads of help from Watford, Luton and High Wycombe town centre chaplaincies. I visited all these places, but haven't yet gone on the trip to see the group of street angels who work in the Seychelles. We cover 3 areas of work: healing on the streets, nighttime street angels and daytime chaplains. And I'll talk a bit about each one. I'm describing our business as usual situation here with the examples and descriptions of where we operate. I'll speak a bit at how we are operating at the moment at the end of my talk. Healing on the Streets, or HOTS, is a group which has been running in Aylesbury with the full support of the town centre manager for many years, longer than the chaplaincy. It draws volunteers from multiple churches, so it seemed a good fit when we were asked by Aylesbury Vineyard to become the umbrella group here 3 years ago. Our HOTS team leader, Sue, looks after the team, who are out in the town centre on a Saturday afternoon once a month, listening to and praying with people if they wish, for healing in mind, body or spirit. Our nighttime work is called Street Angels. They are out nearly every weekend on a Friday or Saturday night, and some weekends both nights in the town centre. They meet up at 10:30 at night in a local church in the town centre to pray together, go through a briefing and check that they have everything they need. There is always a team of 3, comprising a mixture of men and women. Each volunteer is asked to try and go out once a month if possible. The ages vary considerably, with our youngest angel being in their 20s and the oldest over 70. They are there for everyone who is in the town centre for whatever reason during the hours of operation, which is typically between about 11 o'clock at night and 3:30 a.m. They're there particularly for those who find themselves vulnerable for whatever reason. They will chat and encourage door staff on duty, any police and others working in the nighttime economy. They check in with any street sleepers or beggars who are out and about and look out for people who are unwell or on their own or need a listening ear. They carry a variety of equipment and give things out to the people they meet. These include blankets, hats, gloves, pot noodles and hot instant drinks which they give out to those sitting in the cold. They carry a first aid kit, sick bags, bands to tie back hair and space blankets to help those who are a bit worse for wear. They have flip-flops to give to people who have taken their high shoes off, so protecting their feet. They give out hundreds and hundreds of lollies, which I think are particularly popular with the door staff. But they can also help diffuse a potentially difficult situation, or be used to distract people who might be tempted to join in if something looks like kicking off. We've been loaned a radio by our local pub watch group. This is linked to door staff and CCTV operators so that the angels can call for help, or what more likely to happen, they call CCTV operators, call the angels to assist someone who has left a club on their own or they've noticed sitting on their own in the town centre. The angels assist people to find a safe way home by calling families or friends or by walking with them to the taxi rank. They help people with initial first aid, or they just sit there holding a sick bag, or they might just listen. During the year, there are some particularly busy periods. Around Halloween, where there's lots of parties and dressing up. There's New Year's Eve, and all the weekends leading up to Christmas, which are a particularly busy time with office parties. One of the busiest nights of the year is the Thursday evening when the A-level results come out. This leads to the town being packed with mainly younger people aged 18 or so, and for the past few years we have always had street angels out then, just in case. Some examples of the interaction street angels have. A young man had left Fever, which is our most popular nightclub in town. He was with a friend, but had had far too much to drink and was unwell. The angels helped with water and sick bags, but were also able to access his phone, and they called his mum to come and take him home safely. On another night, they came across a couple who had been out for the night but were angry and upset with each other. The angels listened and helped calm the situation, which resulted in a reconciliation. On other nights they will chat with anyone begging or street homeless and provide hot drinks if needed and signposting to other agencies who are there to help. Our street angels are amazing, wonderful people, and I'm totally in awe of them. I do need to say that generally Aylesbury is a safe place at night, and the vast majority of people are just there to work or to have a great night out. But occasionally things do go wrong, and the street angels will be there to help. During the daytime, we have 10 volunteer chaplains, plus Mark, our lead chaplain. Each week they will spend 2 or more hours in their area of the town, at their placement, getting to know people and providing a listening ear. Some people will describe this as an alongside ministry. They have to be there for several months so people get used to them, to trust them and see that they are there for them, not after anything or there to push our faith onto them. Chaplains act as an encouragement. They take an interest in their place and the people they meet. They listen to good news and bad and offer to pray with people if they wish. Many people on the surface seem to have everything all together and nothing to worry about. But often this can be a brave face, or something has happened that they do not want to worry their family about, or they might be embarrassed to share with friends or work colleagues, or it might be about their family or work colleagues, so they don't want to share it in that case. It can be so helpful just to talk to someone who is outside the immediate family or situation. The chaplains are not there to fix anything or tell anyone what to do, but to listen, and often the act of speaking it out and having someone to listen really helps. It might help the person put a perspective on their situation, it might help them to cope better, or it might just be good to get it off their chest. Talking can help avoid more serious mental health consequences later, and our chaplains can also signpost people to other places for help and support if needed. The fact of speaking to someone can mean that people are a bit more confident about dealing with a situation or seeking further help if need be. We currently have chaplains in various places around the town, including the Crown Court. Our chaplain there meets people who work at the court or are attending for whatever reason. This is obviously a very difficult and stressful occasion for people. She's there for everyone and has listened to a mum who was attending as she'd only found out that morning from a family friend that her grown-up child had been charged with an offence, and this was the court hearing day. She has also been listening to it and encouraging one of the cleaning staff, who had been very anxious about the possibility of needing time off work to visit a sick relative. And on another occasion, she met a young man who was really worried that his court appearance that day may lead to a prison sentence. We have a chaplain at Aylesbury College and at the Bucks New University Aylesbury campus. The chaplains listen and support the students and staff in these places. They are particularly appreciated during exam time and towards the end of the year when people are uncertain about their next steps. The chaplain at the Aylesbury campus has also run Christmas activities such as mince pies and carols for everyone there. We also have chaplains in the town centre. On different days and in different areas of the centre, chaplains will check in with all the shop staff and stall holders, asking after them, listening to what's going on, as well as speaking and listening to shoppers. For example, one of our chaplains in the Friars Square shopping centre has been getting alongside staff in the House of Fraser store. There's been a roller coaster going on there with a will it, won't it close. There are also lots of seats and benches in the town centre, and often lonely people come and sit there. Our chaplains listen to them, and other chaplains sit with those on the margins of society who might be begging or hanging around there. Chaplains in the town centre often see the same faces, many lonely older people who sit on the benches for company and to get out of the house. Chaplains have been supporting and encouraging shop staff with difficult trading conditions, and also one individual who is depressed and anxious. The chats with the chaplain and our signposting has led them to seek the help they need. At Aylesbury Police Station, Mark, my colleague, is there offering support and encouragement to officers and civilian staff as he gets to know them. Now and again he'll catch up with the superintendent, who heads up the team in Aylesbury Vale, and will sometimes go out with officers as they do their rounds, which gives a great opportunity to be able to listen and encourage them. He's also involved with the wider Thames Valley Police Chaplaincy, and through that attends events such as the annual Road Death Memorial Service and the Act of Remembrance at Aylesbury Police Station. When President Trump visited Chequers in 2018, police were drafted from all over the country. The chaplains, including Mark, were available in the rest areas to chat, listen and encourage. At the Aylesbury Vale District Council offices, our chaplain is there in the public area at the gateway and will speak to staff and visitors. Recently there's been a period of uncertainty which is likely to continue as the new unitary Buckinghamshire Council began in April. The future shape of the new council and its services is still being decided, so that period of uncertainty will continue and chaplain support will be welcomed. We also have a chaplain at Morrison Supermarket. Well, we've had someone there for several years. Our current chaplain there is fairly new in the role. She's been amazed at the variety of people, shoppers and staff, who will share their lives, worries and aspirations with her. All of our volunteers carry signposting leaflets which list local and national organisations which can offer further help, and these and more are also listed on our website. We work closely in partnership with and are appreciated by our local councils, town centre manager and police. I love the insight this work has given me into the workings of our town behind the scenes, and how many good people there are in a variety of civic, private and charitable groups and organisations with a real love for the town and its people, and a desire for them to thrive. I love that we as a chaplaincy have been invited and welcomed to join in with that. A recent, very sad example illustrates this. A tragic event took place in our town centre one Saturday morning last year. It resulted in a fatality. Businesses nearby witnessed this, and the town centre management team, concerned for them, contacted Mark to ask if a chaplain could drop into those shops to see if they needed a listening ear or just to see how they were doing. These partners really see the value of our work and appreciate our volunteers so much. Doors are wide open for us to increase our work if we had more volunteers. At the moment, as you will understand, none of our volunteers is able to be out and about among people in Aylesbury. So during this time we're doing things differently. We're offering phone chaplaincy to anyone who would welcome a chat with someone outside their immediate situation. We are encouraging each other, our friends, our neighbours, our partners, the businesses in town, with kind words and deeds. Mark and I are supporting our volunteers with regular phone calls and online meetings via Zoom. We have also been able to connect with other projects like ours around the world through the Christian Nighttime Initiatives Network, via online meetings for information sharing and prayer. We've been able to access some training to prepare us for the time we were able to be out and about again. This includes information on helping people who have suffered bereavement or trauma. Another session has been about supporting the vulnerable in the nighttime economy. The Zero Suicide Alliance provide online training in suicide prevention. And there's also an online chaplaincy essentials course. We, like people around the world, cannot wait to be out and about again with those we know and love in our town. If you'd like to know more, please ask. If you pray, we have prayer supporters, so you could join our list of those. And we have friends who support us with regular financial contributions. Further information is available on our website, www.aylesburytownchaplaincy.co.uk, which also includes details of organisations offering further help. There is likely to be a project like ours near to you. Why not try and find out if street angels, club angels or chaplains operate where you are and find out more about them. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.